You look
Maybe we'll get more views.
naked. No.
Maybe we'll get more views.
Hello, friends. Shrimp is starting to whore herself out for YouTube views apparently now. So
Wink, wink.
welcome to 2023.
Yeah.
Follow our OnlyFans.
No, because actually, siblings do that together sometimes.
What?
I have seen, unfortunately, well, actually, we're not going to question it, but I was on Twitter and I saw they were twin brothers. They were boning each other.
What?
Yeah. It's like
Why?
boning yourself, innit?
I don't like that.
Identical brochochos, and they were like giving it to each other. Anyways, you should cut it out.
Like a dick and bum?
Yeah.
Like a dick and
Yeah.
bum?
I don't
Why?
know.
Are you sure that wasn't a deep fake? That's incest.
I
bro.
know, I bloody
You're in
do.
the same womb.
I bloody do. It's
Ugh.
like extra incest because they were the same person at one point. Because they were identical twins, so they were the same egg.
They came from the same
Yeah.
blastocyst. Gross. The internet is wonderful, a wonderful place, but the internet needs to fuck away sometimes.
Right?
Like, please, just nobody needed that.
Absolutely not. Anyways.
Anyway.
Hey, bitches.
As an actual what the Oh. As an actual introduction to 2023, we're going to spread a little bit of positivity. I don't know about you, but 2022 was
Bitch
kind of
shit, wasn't it?
for me
Same.
personally. It started off pretty well, but that's because I went on 2 big holidays in like 4 months. And what's not to love
You
about
don't
that?
fly
And then
much,
it just went downhill from
do
there.
you?
Well, I haven't flown since then.
That is funny
Since April.
because in April we went to New York, and I can't remember what I said, but like I think it was something like my ears were sore or something when we were landing, and full seriousness, Kat's like, "You don't fly much, do you?" And it just sounded...
No, I think I said you don't fly much.
No, you said you don't fly much, do you? That's why it's the joke. And it just sounded so elitist. Like, I'm so sorry. We live in Canada, and flights in and around Canada, fucking expensive.
Yeah. I saw today a news article that said if you wanted to fly from Vancouver to Toronto, like this weekend, obviously holiday inflation, but it would cost a minimum of $2,000.
Like, that is redonkulous. Like, I see people on TikTok being like, "Oh, I flew to Portland from New York and it was $5." Like, you can't even fly to the freaking next town over for less than 100.
Literally.
Anyways, let's get into the good news roundup.
Let's go into the good news roundup. So, because 2020 felt like it was shit, I wanted to start the new year off with some positivity. And we're going to talk about some things that happened in 2022 that were really positive.
Nice.
So, of course, I have 10 items. Of course, this is not the sum total of positivity that happened in the world in 2022. So, comment down below or share with us on like Instagram or whatever. What are some other good things maybe that happened to you, or other good things that you know of that happened? And we'll just start January with some good vibes.
Tell us your positive things. Did you get married?
Yeah.
Did you have a child that you wanted?
Did you get a new pet?
Yeah.
Did you move? My best friend got engaged, so that's like my personal good news.
Did you...
That's not really my personal news. I started dance classes.
Me too.
Yeah, some good things happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here's some more global good things.
Yeah.
And I tried to pick a few things from like different categories almost. So I really wanted to do, there was lots of animals this year that were formerly endangered or very close to extinct that kind of came back. And I wanted to do all of those because
Yeah.
I'm a big animal lover, but I tried to pick ones from like different areas. So there's an
All
all
we
around vibe. Yeah.
all we care about in the Sinister family is animals. Dogs, cats,
Cats.
bunnies,
Yeah.
hamsters. I went to Petland the other
Horses.
day and allowed a hamster to bite me so that I could pet him.
Uh,
He was so
it's worth it.
cute. He
It's
put
worth it.
it was this finger right, and he put his little hands on my finger to like chew it. It was so cute. Anyways,
All right. So our first piece of good news is that humpback whales are growing in population, and this is thanks to conservation office. This is thanks to conservation efforts.
yay, humpback whales.
So humpback whales were almost entirely wiped out by commercial whaling in the 19th century and the early 20th century.
That's
And they were
like 200 years ago.
yeah,
Jeez.
they were actually one of the very first species to be federally protected under the
Hey,
Endangered Species Act and the Marine
hooray!
Mammal Protection Act of 1970.
Nice.
However,
Oh.
in no, this is a good however.
Oh.
Due to global conservation efforts and cracking down on poaching, the global population has rebounded from its low point of about 10,000 to nearly 80,000 humpback whales as 2022.
8 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most humpback species were removed from the endangered species list, despite the fact that global warming continues to be a potential threat. So they've bounced back enough that even global warming can't touch them. Yeah.
Humpback whales.
Even though they've been removed from the endangered species list, Australia, which is home to about half of the world's humpback population, will continue to protect humpbacks. It is illegal to injure, kill, take, trade, or keep, move, or interfere with a humpback in Australia. So they'll continue,
good.
hopefully, for their numbers to grow.
I feel like it should be illegal to hunt, kill, hurt, injure, interfere with any sort of animal that's wild,
Yeah.
whether it's endangered or not.
Yeah.
But that's a story for next time. That's not a conversation for now, is
That's a
it?
different story, yeah. A large chunk of the California redwood forest is being returned to Indigenous guardianship.
Nice.
10 Indigenous nations, which form the Intertribal Sinkyone Wilderness Council, I probably butchered that, so sorry, have received ownership of 532 acres of California redwood forest. This land was the traditional territory of these nations. And the Intertribal Sinkyone Wilderness Council is partnering with Save the Redwoods League, who donated the land, and will protect and restore the traditional coastal forest. They developed a 30-year conservation plan to protect endangered species, such as the northern spotted owl and the marbled murrelet.
Nice.
The forest will be renamed, Tik-Lay-Dun, which means fish run place in the Sinkyone language. And this is an act of cultural empowerment and celebration of Indigenous resilience. So, yay!
Vibe. We love that.
That's like a multifaceted good news. Good for the
Yeah.
animals, good for the forest,
Good for the people. Yeah. Yay!
Yeah! In 2022, Moderna announced the first doses of its HIV vaccine have been given to trial patients.
Oh.
So Moderna entered phase 1 of clinical trials for their mRNA HIV vaccine, and the doses were administered to about 60 trial participants. Moderna worked with the
Nice.
International AIDS Vaccine Initiative on the groundbreaking vaccine. An mRNA vaccine works by delivering a piece of genetic material that instructs the body to make a protein fragment of a target pathogen, such as the HIV virus or the COVID virus. And then the immune system is able to recognize and remember this piece of information, and then it can mount a substantial response later if it is exposed to the pathogen. This study will examine whether 3 experimental HIV mRNA vaccines are safe and can induce an immune response. And they will test both an initial and a booster dose on HIV negative individuals, monitoring them for safety and their immune response to determine if the vaccine is effective. And the study is projected to be complete in October of 2023. So we'll do a follow-up on that if we hear more about it.
Do they give them HIV then? Like, how do they know it's working?
They don't give them HIV, but they can see if the immune system is probably what they do, like to actually test it after the fact, is like take some like immune system cells out of the body and like expose it to HIV in like a lab setting.
That's allowed.
Be how they would do it. Yeah,
that's fancy as fuck. Some people are so smart, like ridiculously smart.
Right.
Thank God for them.
Literally.
Yeah. Because if I was involved in saving the world, like, sorry, bitch, you're dead. You're not a cow? Sorry, don't love you.
Sorry. I wonder if, like, the global given of the COVID mRNA helped to kind of push this research forward a little bit too, which is probably a positive thing that came from COVID.
Yay!
Item number 4. Good news number 4.
Yep.
The United States has saved millions of adoptable pets from being euthanized by moving them from states with too many to states that need more. So there's not an actual shortage of adoptable dogs or cats in the US, but there is a difference on where they're adopted the most. So states like Mississippi have too many pets, but states like Massachusetts need more. And so to compensate for the gaps, US like humane societies and rescue groups have created this like dog relocation network. And basically they bring adoptable pets from places where there are too many of them into places where they're needed, and saved millions of lives that way.
We love that.
We love that. They do it in Canada as well. I've seen it. Some rescues do things like that. So yeah. Item number 5. An online community of 800,000 governors raised a massive amount of money in 2022 to support a variety of causes. So there's a former teacher who taught American government, and she's now a podcast host. Her name is Sharon McMahon.
Nice.
McMahon. So she has this community of gov-nerds, so like people who are nerdy for the government, basically. And so they have raised $4.2 million.
Jesus.
So they've raised this money and they've donated it to a variety of different causes. So in 2022, they raised $4.2 million, and they've done fundraisers in the past. And so one of the incredible things that they've done is donated $147 million towards forgiving people's medical debt. So they forgave the medical debt of 72,000 people.
Jeez, that's life-changing for Americans.
Literally, yeah. They also donate to teachers for classroom supplies, to the World Central Kitchen, who are providing food in like the Ukraine, Poland border, kind of in there.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
They're doing good things, and it just kind of goes to show what happens when you can put people together and work towards, these things that shouldn't have to be paid for out of pocket, like medicine and fleeing from war. So.
But again, that's a conversation for another time.
It's a conversation for another day. We're just focusing on the positives here.
Yeah.
So, good for you, gov-nerds. And also,
yes, gov-nerds.
Sharon. A team of Stanford engineers have developed solar panels that can generate electricity at night as well.
Oh.
So like
A
obviously
moonal power.
a moodle power. Obviously, standard solar panels provide electricity while there's sun. Duh. And
It's
usually
in the
what
name, innit?
it's in the name. Usually what people do is they have these like big batteries that then power their house overnight. So the solar panel puts the electricity into the battery, and then the battery can power things at night.
Yes.
But these solar panels use something called a thermoelectric generator, which pulls or creates electricity from the small difference in temperature between the air outside and the solar panel itself, which is
What? Does it have to be
yeah,
warm outside?
no, any difference in temperature. Yeah, so it could be like really bloody cold too, I think. Obviously,
That's
I would say
fancy.
because they're Stanford engineers, they've probably largely tested it in California, so it would be, pretty warm outside. But yeah,
Yeah.
in theory. I
Again, thank
also
fuck for smart people.
literally, this is a side fun fact, but I also read while I was looking for these that California, for a brief period, but California in 2022 had like about 15 minutes where all of the electricity that they were consuming was created by renewable sources. So that's cool.
Nice. The
And
whole state?
the whole state of California was for about
Oh,
15 minutes fully renewable. So yeah, they've got
well, yeah.
they're at a point I think where the vast majority of their energy comes from renewable sources in the state. But yeah,
That's good.
for 15 minutes it was all of it. Very cool.
All of it.
Anyway, that's
100%.
that's a bonus fact.
Ooh,
A
a
bonus
bonus.
news bit.
Lucky you. You get a bonus.
Lucky you. Item number 7, I think. 7. Item number 7. After incarceration rates in Massachusetts hit a 35-year low, they have announced that they will be closing one of their 2 maximum security prisons. So this is thanks to falling crime rates and sentencing reforms. They are closing the Cedar Junction prison, which was built in 1955. Currently, the prison has a population of 525 inmates, which is only about 68% of its capacity. The chief counsel for the Committee for Public Counsel Services, Anthony Benedetti, said that, quote, crime rates are decreasing, prison populations are falling. This is due to years of hard work and an overarching recognition that we cannot jail our way to a safer society. As we move forward, I hope we let existing criminal justice reforms work and continue to follow the evidence that tough on crime policies do nothing but hurt the community and our neighbors. So,
Nice.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
What about the
It's pretty
people that work there, though?
Well, they'll move them to. There's another prison like in this town, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fairy snuff in it.
So they just move people around, or I think sometimes people go into just like different kinds of jobs, like security or something like that. It's a good thing.
Less crime.
Less crime.
We're gonna be out of a job soon.
I'm gonna lose my job.
If people don't commit crimes, what am I supposed to talk about?
We could talk about, I don't know, things.
Number
My brain is
8.
starting to melt because it's
Mine too.
nighttime.
It is nighttime, which is why I want to hurry up.
Yeah. We've got 3 left.
Number 8. Let's roll it on, shan't we?
Number 8. In a medical breakthrough, Australian scientists have identified a blood marker in babies that would be at higher risk of SIDS.
Oh.
So SIDS is sudden infant death syndrome, and it's basically a phenomenon where babies just stop breathing in the middle of the night and die. according to the CDC, a little under 1,300 infants died in 2019 due to SIDS. And the number has steadily declined over the past 20 years or so as, like preventative measures kind of been put in place. But there's really, up until this point, been no risk indicators or exact causes as to why SIDS happens.
Mm-hmm.
But this team of Australian researchers found a biochemical marker in the blood which would identify babies that would be at a higher risk for SIDS.
That's good.
Researchers found that babies who died of SIDS had lower levels of an enzyme called, gonna butcher this, butyrocholesterase, BCHE, shortly after birth. And so they say that this enzyme plays a major role in the brain's arousal pathway, and so low levels could create an environment where a sleeping infant's ability to wake up or to respond to its environment weren't possible. So, yeah. But yeah, very good news.
That's good to know. Yeah.
So that parents can put in some sort of like risk-proofing kind of measures with those particular babies. So, yeah.
Oh my god, but imagine knowing that. I don't know how you could sleep.
I think the risk of SIDS is only really in the first year. I'm pretty sure.
That's a long time, though, isn't it?
It's a long time, but yeah, it's
yeah. Well, at least we're getting somewhere, you know?
We're getting somewhere. That's really fantastic. So
yeah. 10-10.
Number 9. In a historic agreement, the US men's and women's soccer teams will now be paid equally. So the US Soccer Federation announced that they had reached a new agreement that will pay the US men's national team and the US women's national team equally. They state that this will achieve, quote, equal pay and set the global standard moving forward in international soccer. So this has been a long-running thing that has been hard fought by the women's team. So in 2016, members of the US women's national team filed an equal pay lawsuit against US soccer for unequal pay and unequal treatment. The league made changes at that time, but the pay still wasn't equal between women and men. So in 2019, they filed another lawsuit demanding at least equal playing, training, and travel conditions, equal promotions of their games, equal support and development for their games, and other terms and conditions of employment. The lawsuit ended in a settlement with players on the women's team. I think it's also worth noting that in this particular case, between 2016 and 2018, the US women's soccer team actually generated about $1 million more in revenue than the men's team did, but they were still paid less. So this historic agreement will see players on both teams receiving the same pay. So that includes appearance fees, game bonuses, and also they will be providing the same working conditions.
That's good.
Yeah, they will now have the same pay-to-play structure as players on the men's team, and will also pool and share any FIFA World Cup prize money. And this particular agreement runs through until 2028, so for quite some time.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then our final item. I don't know why I was drum rolling, because I didn't put them in any sort of order. Just the order I found them in. So the 2022 season of Love Island UK is sponsored by eBay. And so previously, Love Island has partnered with like fast fashion companies and places like that. But this year, all of the contestants are dressed in pre-loved clothing chosen by a celebrity stylist called Amy Bannerman.
Nice.
This partnership also led, seemingly, to a ginormous increase in both Google and eBay searches for pre-loved clothing. So less than a month after Love Island, the season launched, the eBay reported a 700% increase in searches for pre-loved fashion.
Jeez.
And then Google searches for eBay pre-loved clothes rose by 756% compared to the previous month. Searches
Jeez
for
Louise.
pre-loved saw a 660% spike.
We love
So,
that.
yeah, you can see all of the contestants in thrifted clothing, which is great because honestly, thrifted clothing, sometimes you can find absolute bangers that you would never be able to find in a regular store. So,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I can
I like
remember
to see that.
I've always liked thrifting. I'm like indie before the I did it before it was
The
cool.
thrift
That's
girlies.
sarcasm, by the way. And I can remember getting made fun of for it.
Yeah.
Like scalped because I dared to wear something that somebody else owned before. And now the girlies are all doing it.
The girlies be loving the thrift. You know what though?
Yeah.
I bought a pair of Lululemon yoga pants in great condition. And they're back now. The Gen Zs are all calling them flared leggings, which is stupid. They're yoga pants, my friends. Yeah, and they were like $12.
That's so millennial
like
of
that.
you.
Dude, they're not. They can't like.
You can't. But whatever. Flared legging and yoga pants, are they really that different? But they're called yoga pants, my friends. Like, shut up.
But just like it's so weird to me that you would create a new name for something that already has a name.
Well, because they probably didn't realize it had a name already.
Yeah, but
just shut up.
I don't know, dude.
Stop being a millennial.
Silly.
So probably so does yoga pants. I can remember actually when yoga pants were a thing before, and it being like a common thing for people like, well, you're not doing yoga, so
fair enough.
Very snuffy neat.
They're just stretchy pants.
They're stretchy, comfy pants in it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
honestly, I will give it to the Zoomers. Like, non-skinny pants are the future. I was a little salty when skinny jeans were like, you can't wear those anymore. But like, I've entered the other side. I love a good mum jean. I love a good stiff denim these days.
I accidentally wore a pair of skinny jeans the other day, and I swear to God, my circulation of my blood wasn't working.
Probably,
like, I couldn't sit comfortably. I sit like a donkey anyway, but I couldn't sit in my chair comfortably. Because I sit, like, in dumb ways. Like, my one knee is up right now. Like, I don't sit with my feet on the floor, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And so, I was trying to sit like this in my freaking skinny jeans, and I was creaking, I swear. Like, it was so uncomfy. But it's just because I needed something to wear, and I hadn't done laundry, so...
Yeah. I mean, I'll still wear skinny jeans, but it's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe.
The moral of this story is that you never ever throw out your clothes that have gone out of style, because 5 minutes later they'll be back in style.
They will be.
Also, it doesn't matter what's in style. It just matters what makes you happy.
Yeah,
so
do what makes you feel good.
Pants, flared leggings, I'm going to accept it from you, Sinister Friends. But if I see a TikTok girly saying it, I might have something to say.
Do what makes you feel good. Wear what makes you feel the most confident in yourself. Yes. And if someone tells you that you don't look good in it, stick your fingers in their eyeballs and then see what they think.
You still think I look bad?
They can't have an opinion if they can't see anymore, do they?
No. Yeah.
Bye!
Bye! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! I can't believe it's 2023. This is hilarious because we're pre-filming this, we're pre-recording this, so
yeah.
I can't believe it's 2023, but it's not.
Oh my god, it's not even Christmas yet.
It's 2 days before Christmas.
That's breaking the fourth wall.
We can't do that.
We can't
okay, bye.
Bye.
I want to go to bed.